LSD, also known as lysergic acid diethylamine, a potent hallucinogenic drug, has been consumed by humans since the accidental discovery by Albert Hofmann in 1938. This drug has mind-altering effects for humans to enlighten their sense of thinking or being. The hallucinogenic effects in LSD weren't found until 5 years after Albert Hofmann first synthesized the drug. Hofmann worked for Sandoz Pharmaceutical in 1938, looking for a blood circulation stimulant. It turned out not to be the circular stimulant he wanted, and so he set the formula aside for the next 5 years. LSD is synthesized from ergot. It occurs naturally in ergot and is a chemical produced by a specific type of fungus that grows on grains like rye and wheat. When infected, some of the kernels of the grain turn black as the fungus takes them over. If this grain is eaten, bizarre behavior and violent physical reactions can result. Symptoms of ergot poisoning include vomiting, delusions, hallucinations, crawling sensations in the skin, and severe muscle spasms. Despite the violent symptoms associated with ergot poisoning, the substance has been used medicinally. It has been used to treat migraines and Parkinson's disease and to induce abortion.
In 1943, he consumed the developed acid. Hofmann experienced dizziness and restlessness. He went home and felt a pleasant nor unpleasant intoxicated-like condition characterized by an extremely stimulated imagination. Hofmann decided to experiment on himself and took a small quantity of the drug. After 40 minutes, he started feeling dizzy, anxious, noticing visual distortions, the symptoms of paralysis, and the desire to laugh. An hour later, he went home by bicycle, which was difficult given the effects of LSD. He requested milk from a neighbor who appeared to be malevolent, insidious, with a colored mask. Hofmann reported the experience to other researchers at Sandoz, and other people began to experiment with the drug using smaller dosages. Free samples supplied by Sandoz Pharmaceuticals for the experiments were distributed broadly, leading to a wide use of the substance. Believing that lysergic acid had a potential use in neurology and psychiatry, Hofmann proceeded with animal experimentation and further human studies. It was found that with both humans and animals, there seemed to be a capacity for breaking down the ego.
Long forgotten memories and traumas into consciousness, which could then be worked therapeutically. LSD was used in European psychotherapy clinics in an approach called psycholytic therapy. LSD was also explored as a model for psychosis, and it was a treatment for severe pain associated with cancer. LSD was popularized in the 1960s by individuals such as psychologist Timothy Leary. He created an entire counterculture of drug abuse and spread the drug from America to the United Kingdom and the rest of Europe. 60 counterculture used the drug to escape their problems of society. The Western intelligence community and the military saw it as a potential chemical weapon. Many well-meaning people encouraged the use of LSD, believing it spread love and peace and broke down outdated and oppressive social hierarchies. But this did not prove to be the case, and by the end of the 1960s, the dangerous side of LSD was revealed. Reports of accidents, mental breakdowns, criminal acts, murders, and suicide were reported, as well as psychiatric reactions to the drug, resulting in social hysteria about LSD. Recognizing the dangers of the drug, Sandoz stopped LSD production and distribution in 1965, and psychotherapists abandoned its use in therapy. It has remained stable on the illicit drug scene. It regained popularity during the acid house movement of the 1980s. And seeing
Hi, my name is Aisata, and I'll be interviewing,
I'm Heather Johnson, and I work for Huckleberry Youth Programs.
and I'll be asking her some questions about LSD. So, what is is LSD?
So first and foremost, I'm going to tell you, just because I'm a therapist and a substance use therapist doesn't mean that I'm an expert in drugs or the definition of drugs. So this is just what I know of it, okay? But I mean, LSD is a psychedelic, so it's a type of drug. So we classify drugs in different categories, and depending on how they affect your body. And so LSD is a type of psychedelic.
Do you know why people take LSD?
People take it for different reasons. I mean, I think there's people who do it recreationally. Like, I'm sure you guys know of people in schools who think about taking, whether it be acid or shrooms or MDMA or club drugs, things like that, different things that all affect you in different ways. And then there are other people who, if you think about like the Summer of Love and like Ken Kesey and Leary, and there's a bunch of people from the Summer of Love in the 60s who believe that psychedelics, had a lot of effects on opening up your mind and kind of giving you more space. And then now they're doing a lot of studies on how it can be used for trauma therapy.
So do you think LSD is an advancement?
An advancement in what?
Has it contributed to any psychiatric studies?
It has contributed to studies that are going on. Whether or not it's been beneficial is, I think, still debatable. I think it depends on who you talk to. I mean, there are a lot of studies still going on about the use of psychedelics, in particular in PTSD and trauma, and using it to help people get over things that have happened to them.
Okay. Also, do you think LSD should be legal for therapeutic reasons?
I honestly don't know enough about it. I haven't researched it enough or read enough about it to have an opinion, but I mean, it sounds like there are some very good studies going on that have some actual facts behind like it being beneficial. Back to your original question.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Heather.
You're welcome. I hope it was helpful.